It's official. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has won award as the most anticipated game at the Game of the Year Awards. People cannot wait for this game to be released, myself included. It's almost 2023 and time to start getting ready for the next mainline Zelda game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Robot Joe, and in this video we will be breaking down facts about the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Let's get started. I've searched the internet, and I hope to teach you something in this video that you didn't know about the new Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, or I hope to just get you a little excited for the game. Let's get right into it. Ever since the first Zelda game was released on the original Nintendo in 1986, fans have always had a special connection to Link and Zelda. As soon as you beat one of the games, you can't wait to play another Zelda game. There's been quite a few of these games released, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will be the 20th mainline Zelda game in the series. If you're counting spin-off games like Hyrule Warriors, the original Game & Watch Zelda game, or even the infamous Zelda CDI games, we will be well over 30 games deep into the series. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will be the first direct sequel in the series. Almost all the other games can be directly related to the other entries one way or another, but Tears of the Kingdom is a sequel to Breath of the Wild. For years before we knew the title, it was just referred to as Breath of the Wild 2. And if I'm being honest with myself, I kinda keep calling it Breath of the Wild 2. I know, eventually I'll come around. What is the storyline of the new game? Well, let's break down what we know. From the trailers released so far, we can see Ganon is being reawakened and seems to be back with a vengeance. He's back from the dead. I know, big shocker there. And Hyrule has descended into full-on chaos. We know that Zelda will have a direct connection to the game, and there is speculation that she might even be a playable character. From the trailers, we can also see that Link needs to collect certain items throughout the game. Maybe these will be tears of some sort. Link now has glowing vials on his waist where the Sheikah Slate was located. These small set of vials are half filled with a green glowing light. This object is extremely reminiscent of the Vessel of Light that Link used to collect Tears of Light in Twilight Princess, which would fit the new title nicely, though you also kinda have to collect tears in Skyward Sword. It could also be just a new type of resources consumed to use powers. Who knows for sure, but it does look pretty interesting. This new story in the land of Hyrule is now expanding. Upwards, that is. We can see Link jump off the edge of a cliff and start to fall down back to Hyrule. It takes a few seconds for the landscape to even come in view. I feel like some of the dungeons and trials we'll complete will be in the sky as well. We can even see Link riding almost an ancient or primitive version of a glider. It's not clear if Link is controlling this glider or just catching a ride to a predetermined location. Our boy Link is going to have some new and more enhanced abilities. Let's check him out. We can see he has a rewind ability that can be used to freeze and reverse direction and motion of objects. This can be used to defeat enemies, but can also be used to send chunks of boulders or ruins up, while Link holds onto the side and heads up into the air. He also has some kind of fire apparatus attached to his arm. And get this, he has some kind of ability to turn into a drop of water or tear, you know, like Tears of the Kingdom, and drip up into cracks. I'm sure that's just a service level, and we will see all sorts of abilities come to light as you progress through the game. So this next fact is more of a theory. So first the theory, and then why I've came to this conclusion. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will kick off the end of the Switch lifecycle. Now let me explain my reasoning. When the GameCube came out, we had one of my favorite Zelda games, The Wind Waker. Near the end of the GameCube, we got Twilight Princess on GameCube and the Nintendo Wii. On the Wii, we had Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword at the end of the Wii. On the misunderstood console, the Wii U, we had Breath of the Wild at the end of its life. In my opinion, Breath of the Wild started the Switch, and Tears of Kingdom will be released on the Switch and possibly the next generation of the Switch. Maybe a revision, or maybe a new console altogether. There is a revision or a new version of the Master Sword. Whenever you think of the hero that we have come to know and love, you always think of Link and his iconic Master Sword. Again, it almost looks ancient or primitive now. Maybe it's reacting to everything that's going on in Hyrule and the revival of Ganon. There is also a theory that Link is being taken over by evil and Ganon. The best way I can compare this is how Harry Potter is taken over sometimes by thoughts of Voldemort. In one small frame of the trailer, we can see what's thought to be Ganon reaching out and touching his arm. In every other part of the trailers, we can see one of his arms is almost cursed or seized by something. Maybe this is why the Master Sword is the way it is. Maybe since Ganon is a part of Link, Ganon's power is also encased into the Master Sword. The reveal of the title of the game was held back about a week because of the death of the late Queen Elizabeth. Why, you may ask? Well, in my opinion, it actually makes a lot of sense. Nintendo and the lovely people of Japan are people of great respect and honor. The title that we have come to know is Tears of the Kingdom. When Queen Elizabeth passed away, there was people crying real tears because of their kingdom. I'm sure no one would have even batted an eye if the game was announced around the same time, but they still decided to wait, and it's something I respect. The last fact I have for you is subject to change. Any guesses? Well, of course, we're talking about the current release date. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is set to be released May 12th, 2023. As of right now, it will only be released on the current Nintendo Switch consoles. Maybe a new console will be announced around that same time. Yeah, I'm freaking beyond excited for this. You can't see, but there's a Zelda poster right here. Zelda is my favorite game of all time. Let me know in the comments below. What's your favorite Zelda game? Are you excited for this game? And what do you think is going to go on in this game? I'd love to hear it. If you enjoy gaming stories and gaming news, make sure you hit a like and subscribe on this video because it truly helps out and I love building this community. I'm Robot Joe. I hope you enjoyed. You know me, I'll be back with a new video soon. Peace out.